Friday, I have to go get the tables from Canaan.
We're live. We're live.
Good
We're
morning.
live.
Good morning. How you
Good
folks
morning.
doing?
Good morning. Good morning, baby. Like. Take a moment to comment and subscribe. Let us know where you're tuning in from and how we can connect and support you. Today is Thoughtful Thursday.
Thoughtful Thursday. This must be your lucky day. We do have a topic. Now, we always talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration. But today is a theme. Go ahead, baby.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
And today is a theme. We're going to talk about this thought, this concept that hard work
pays off. It's actually a concept that has lost some of its interest as we padded up our millennials.
And that's true.
We coddled up our millennials. We padded them up. And I say we because we raised them, children.
Yeah, and then the thoughts of don't work hard,
work smart.
And that got very, very pervasive. And it's almost like not working hard is the
goal. Banner, right?
Yeah,
and that couldn't be farther from the truth, or maybe it is. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it back in a moment. Right back.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Happy birthday, girl. Good morning, Crystal. Break. Thank you for you guys who are out there in video land. Whether you're saying anything or not, we know that some of you you think we could see you back and you're not ready for prime time in the morning, but that's okay.
Crystal and Brittany, I got to tell you, y'all in luck. Today we got a guest.
We got a special guest.
We got a special guest, and y'all going to love him. He was on our show as a guest before, but that was years ago. Okay, so he's going to come back today, and he'll be up at 9:15.
Absolutely. We do have a topic today, and today's topic is...
hard work
pays off.
Hard work pays off. Is that still true?
Well, even some of the people that are watching us this morning, even as I think about
Brittany, both are younger.
Yeah, they're younger, but even as I think about Brittany's journey, because Brittany is our birthday girl of the month. We're thankful. Brittany turned 26. We don't have a whole lot of 26-year-olds on the show.
I think she's the only one.
But Brittany turned 26. But the thing that actually I think attracts her to our empowerment family is that she has had to go through some hard work, even at a young age, to persevere and to achieve and accomplish some of the things that she has accomplished that some people may have taken for granted, either as they didn't need to be done, or, you know what, this is hard, it's not for me, because if it was easy, then I would be doing it. But because it's hard, maybe I'm not supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Brittany is the author of Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy and
Don't Let the Wheelchair Fool You. Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy and Don't Let the Wheelchair Fool You. I'm gonna ask the question again because and I'm glad that Brittany and Crystal are in the room right now. I want to try to say this without
hit those likes, keep those likes
without
going.
Sounding like the curmudgeonly man, the old man.
It's okay.
How we feel about millennials and whatever's that generation after millennials. What are you, Gen Z? And then there's even one after that.
I'm not gonna act like I know any of those.
Well, I'm asking them. They might know.
Yeah, okay? I don't know.
So we got the millennials, then we got Gen Z, and there's some other generation that Stephanie Morris was mentioning to us last night.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is either, but other people might know.
What about them?
Okay, so it's easy for people in my age bracket to think that those kids are lazy. It's easy for us to think that. It's easy for us to think that these kids don't understand the value of a buck and they don't understand the value of hard work.
Well, particularly in our age group.
Right.
Because our age group was almost, we had to work for everything. We even had to raise ourselves in many situations.
And we had to fight too. We had
Absolutely.
Our parents, yes, our generation was the latchkey kids.
Absolutely.
Generation. We got a key to our house when we was like 5 years old.
7 years old, 5 years old. And so you had to go to school, you had to come home, do homework,
Get
and in
yourself
many
to eat.
cases, you had to start dinner.
Yeah, you had to fix yourself something to eat after school.
Absolutely.
And take something out for mama. So you had to do that and watch your little sisters. That's what I had to do.
Absolutely.
At age 9.
There was no shortage of hard work.
Right. I had to watch my little sisters and I had to feed them. Okay.
And by the time you were 10, 11, 12, you had a part-time job after school. I'm serious. You were at the supermarket packing bags. You were helping old ladies. You were doing something. There was some hard work going on.
But, I have my youngest child is 19.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some jobs that I thought was great for him, but he didn't want to do them because it looked like hard work.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to wash cars in the summertime. Okay. He didn't really want to do that. But he wanted to work in the mall, though, because he wanted to kick it in the AC and look at the girls.
Interesting.
That's what he wanted to do.
Interesting.
Okay. And it's hard for his father, me, to make peace with that. And you don't want to be entrepreneurial at the same time. Because I wanted him to be an entrepreneur at that age. I want all my children to be entrepreneurial. Oh, it's a hard life. It's a difficult time. But overall, I think it's much better. So this concept of hard work pays off. I want to say this too about Brittany. Lisa and I, we had a chance to come by because she celebrated her birthday at a bowling alley last night. And I got a chance to watch Brittany Thomas. Yes, our Brittany Thomas. She rolled a strike.
Come on now, Brittany.
She didn't roll all strikes, but she got at least one strike. I saw her roll a strike from her wheelchair, y'all. Come on. I saw it.
Gotta make it happen. If you want it to happen, you get to make it happen. Good morning, Crystal Blake. Crystal is definitely making it happen, helping those who are in the need to protect their families to do so.
So again, we're going to talk about that hard work pays off. Now, Brittany did say it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know Martin Luther King said this, but I'm not sure if he's the first one to say it. But he said, hard work is its own reward. It's his own reward by itself. Hard work is his own reward. We're believers. We're going to dive into the Bible on you in a minute. Okay. But hard work is its own reward, and it does pay off. And Brittany, she said, Brian, I thought about more lessons yesterday. Love has no limits, and friendships have no age limits, because the way love continues to show up for me is just amazing. I had people that I didn't even know blessing my Cash App.
Amen.
That's all right.
Good morning, Gloria. Right. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Good morning, Gloria. Hard work pays off. I'm going to paraphrase a story that I like in the Bible. I'm a Brianize it. Okay, so forget about me saying thee and they and begot. I'm not going to do it. But there's this story of this this man who needed the farm cleared. He needed some work, harvesting done. Okay. And they started in the morning and he needed some work done. And by the afternoon, he realized he wasn't going to get anything done. So he went into the square to hire some more guys and promised them a denarius. 1 denarius, which is 1 day's wage.
1 denarius.
Now, everybody that was there in the morning, they were all going to get 1 day's wage. Okay. So he went to the square and got some more guys to help out and promised them the same wage. And then a couple of hours later, he realized we're still shorthanded. He went and got some more guys and promised them a 1 day's wage. And they came on out and they did the work too. And then it was like an hour left in their work day. And he decided to get a few more people to help out. And he paid them 1 day's wage too. So everyone got paid what they agreed to work for. Okay. Everyone got paid what they agreed to work for. Now, the people that was there all day, they started murmuring and bitching and moaning. Talk about, how come they get paid the same amount as us? We've been here all day. They've only been here for a little while.
And who business is it of yours? How many of you have been a subject of somebody in some business that had nothing to do with them?
Well, that's pretty much how the dude answered. Wait a minute. You agreed to work for that amount. This is my money. I can pay it to whoever I want to pay it to.
Or not.
I wanted the work done. I needed some other people, and I agreed to pay them the money. What right have you to complain about your hard work compared to someone else's hard work? I always like that story.
Yeah, I wonder how it would go over now with all of our equal opportunity stuff.
How would that happen today? There would be hell to pay.
And there's nothing wrong with equal opportunities, but what he did was he gave opportunities as he saw fit. He paid a certain wage, and then because he wanted additional employees for the remainder of the day, he agreed to pay them the same wage that he had established for the day.
That's right. Good morning again, Sister Glory. Today, Glory has served the Black Business Olympics is going on this week. It's a 7-day event. And Gloria served as moderator, I think, on Tuesday. Moderators have a lot of work to do. They work a 4-hour shift. And today, I'm going to be the moderator from 12 to 4. So, and I have 3 speakers, and I have a bunch of commercials to give. So 12 to 4, I'm serving in the Black Business Olympics. So far this week, Lisa spoke on Monday in the Black Business Olympics. I did a talk on Tuesday. And yesterday, we both did a talk together that was very well received about couples working together. Today, I'm going to be the moderator for 4 hours. And tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., I'm going to give another sales talk, a 40-minute sales talk tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So I am working my butt off on the Black Business Olympics. And Saturday is the In the Black Entrepreneur Summit.
Woo-hoo!
The In the Black Entrepreneur Summit. We have amazing speakers and thought leaders and business leaders. They're going to share 2 things with you. They're going to share their story, how they became who they are, but they're also going to give you their thoughts on what does it take for you to get profitable now and going into the future.
Yeah, because there's a rule of thumb right now. If it looks good, it is good. And we happen to know that that's not true. Some of these influencers are renting homes, renting cars, renting opportunities for you to believe that they are where they are. And the truth could not be further from it.
So we do have a contest going on right now. People that share our show and Lisa's stuff and my stuff, they're going to get a commercial, a 30-second commercial every day that we're on in December. We're going to announce the winner on November the 25th
is going to announce the winner. Friday, November the 25th. What? That is the day after Thanksgiving.
And Gloria just said,
can you believe it?
Anyone that wants to be a part of the BBS, that's the Black Business Olympics, reach out and let me know.
Absolutely.
It's a 7-day event. They're still taking people in for this week?
Or maybe others. She said BBX, not the Olympics.
Okay, yes. Black Business Expo, spearheaded by Dr. Eric Kelly. Now, speaking of commercials, we have a commercial we're going to share with you guys, okay?
Well, we've sure got big ass problems.
Yup. Can you believe these big ass prices? Doesn't bother me. I got a big ass secret.
What's your big ass secret?
Every time I fill up, I add this little gas pill and I get big ass savings.
You get big ass savings just from using that little pill.
Even with that big ass truck. And when I help other people get big ass savings, I make big ass money. So you get big ass money helping people get big ass savings with that little gas pill. You got a big ass tank?
Honey, do I have a big ass tank?
Oh, yep, you do. You definitely have a big ass tank.
Yeah, I do.
Look, this is what I got paid last week.
Wow, that is big ass money.
We're planning a vacation with our big ass savings and that big ass money.
We could use some big ass savings.
And some big ass money.
We are telling you that is a big ass commercial. Crystal said, LOL, where does commercial come from? Well, we played the commercial for you because we want you to get your own big ass savings.
I love the commercial, by the way. A couple of weeks ago, I'm going to tell a real quick version because I guess it's coming up very soon. But a couple of weeks ago, I was a judge of a speech competition on a Sunday. And I saw a guy give a presentation about these gas pills, and I got intrigued. So I did a lot of research. I met with a lot of people from the company. And last week, I decided to promote the product myself. And on Monday evening, we got our pills. And on Tuesday morning, I went to the gas station. Now, we only run premium in our car. But they told us these pills boost your octane so high, you don't need to run premium anymore, run 87. So Tuesday morning, I put $50 in Lisa's car, and I put it on 87. I put the gas pill in, little pink pill. I have some up over in my office. And so I saved me $12 the first time I pulled in. But when I pulled away from the gas station, I felt the power, rush of power. Like the car don't normally run this fast. I mean, powerful. I took the car home, which is only a mile away. Gave Lisa her keys. I came upstairs and started working. And Lisa called me from the driveway of the house. Are you still at the house? She goes, yes, this car ain't never cranked like this before. So we've noticed for 2 days now, our car runs stronger and it has a whole lot better gas mileage. So Brother Brian is now a promoter, and Lisa, we're working it together. We're going to build a team, Crystal. I even got a team name. We're going to be the Govee Rhinos.
Absolutely. You'll be able to go to the empowermentduo.com by the end of this show and go ahead and click the link for more information.
Good. Now, it's about 1 minute to our guest. I want to tell you right now, the guest that we have coming on here, we're both fans of, okay? I'm a fan of the guy because I've talked to him, because I watched him start small and get bigger. I watched him do it. I watched him have his progress impeded. I watched him suffer some losses. I watched him take some body blows. I watched him take people even talk about him. And then I watched him still do it with style and grace and build something beautiful. He has a successful business. He's going to be one of our featured speakers. I consider him our friend as well. His name is Mr. Preston Gray. Preston Gray! What's up, man?
Look, I couldn't have been brought on better by Steve Harvey himself, man. I'm going to have to start taking you around with me. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be like, hey, Brian, can you introduce me to them?
We're going to bring you out, man. We're going to bring you out big. We're going to bring you out big on Saturday, too.
Oh, boy, I'm excited.
How are you this morning, sir?
Excited. So, hey, everybody, my name is Preston Gray. It's your boy Preston coming to you live.
Okay, good. Now, Preston, we've got some questions for you. Now, before we dive into our questions for you, please introduce yourself however you like.
All right. So, my name is Preston Gray, owner, CEO of Taylor Smoke and Taylor Smoke Brands. In the beginning, it was just Taylor Smoke, but now the business has multiplied to several different businesses. So I just say we're Taylor Smoke Brands. Graduate of the great Morehouse College.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day, HBCU love. I went to Georgia Tech as well, but Morehouse College is where my heart is.
Amen.
And hey, I'm not as eloquent as Brian at this time in the morning. This is early in the morning for me. So
yes, because you work late.
My business is a late night business.
It is, but I'm happy that you're here. For those of you who don't know of him, I consider him a Charlotte, North Carolina celebrity. Okay, he owns Tailored Smoke Cigar Shop and Tailored Smoke Brands. Okay, now a lot of you guys know I'm a cigar lover. I'm an aficionado, and I'm a daily cigar smoker.
Aficionado.
Yes, and I'm a daily cigar smoker, okay? I believe cigar people are the best people because cigar shop people, cigar lounge people, they're going to be the most friendly people. They're going to be the grown-up people. Everybody greets everybody. Everyone's welcome. Good morning, Sister Barbara. How you doing? Good morning, Sister Katura. So I think cigar culture, because that's what it is. It's a culture. I think it's the best culture. Now, in our area here, there's a few cigar bars, but my favorite one, and the one I think is the best, is what's called Tailored Smoke. Tailored Smoke. Tell us now, you started off, and we're going to take just a couple of minutes. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because I like telling the story. I've told it a lot of times. You started off with basically just a shelf, okay, against the building uptown at the Epicenter. And then you graduated.
I actually started off way more humbly than that. When I got that shelf at the Epicenter, I was doing it big in my mind.
Okay.
I made it. I started off in the basement of my house. Basically, I'll try to tell this as quickly as I can. I got into the cigar business with a gentleman that had a small cigar business and he wanted to expand. And I never intended to actually be up front. I invested some money and I was just going to let it ride. And then for a number of reasons, I had to take the company over. At the time, I was an executive at a Fortune 500 company. So trying to figure out how I was going to do my normal job plus run this company was interesting. But I knew that if I didn't take over and run the business, I was going to lose my total investment. So November 2015, tailoredsmoke.com, my website, that was born. So I was shipping cigars out of the basement of my house and going around doing events. And I got in February, March of 2016, I rented a kiosk at the Epicenter during CIAA. And that kind of changed the trajectory of everything.
I love it.
As a result of that, I finally made it to the space at the Epicenter. It was literally just a space outside under the stairs by valet parking. And like Brian said, I didn't even have a humidor. I had like this curio cabinet with cigars in boxes. And,
now, if you know anything about cigar shops, that's hilarious to you in a way, you know.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went over to the thing, I'm like, but you know, neither you nor anybody you had with you was apologizing for it. You was just
do not despise humble beginnings.
Yeah, I was just, this is what it is. I said, is this it? He goes, yeah, that's it. I said, where you sit right there? That's all you got, you know. Okay.
Listen to what he said. Because this is something that I want some of you guys to understand. You might have to ignore some of that stuff, and you might have heard it. He said, is this what you got? That's akin to you and your little business.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but that was my first thought, though.
But, you know, and that's interesting because that was everybody's first thought.
Everybody's first thought.
Because, you know, it's like I say Tailored Smoke Cigar Lounge. That's what I called it then.
Absolutely.
Tailored Smoke Cigar Lounge. And it was a space. I had 2 couches, 2 chairs, and finally when I started getting big, I got a little fold-up table and 2 fold-up chairs to go with it.
Yeah, that was getting big, baby.
And you know, it was even cigar reps trying to get, you know, open up accounts with cigar companies. You know, cigar reps would show up and say,
Is this it?
Is this it? Is it something behind the wall? Is it
right?
No, this is it.
This is
and
it.
at the time, you know, when I was buying cigars from the cigar companies that would open me up an account, you know, I wouldn't buy more than a couple of boxes at a time. I mean, you know, I was not making no noise. But what we were able to do there, and you guys, Brian, you and Lisa, y'all came back then. What we were able to do is to create a vibe and feeling. So after you sit there a little while, you forget that you're sitting outside under the stairs, and you start to feel like you're at Tailored Smoke Cigar Lounge.
Right. And you were at Tailored Smoke Cigar Lounge.
He's right. Lisa and I did spend afternoons there, especially some Friday afternoons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great place to people watch. Met so many people in that space. It's crazy. My favorite story. I'm gonna wait to Saturday to share that one. I'm not gonna share that one today.
And you gonna tell? I'm gonna probably spill your beans. Then are you gonna talk about the one?
There you go. That's it.
We can wait if you want to. We can wait.
Still my thunder. Still my thunder.
There.
Huh?
Everybody that's on here now might not necessarily be there. Let me tell you something. I done heard Les Brown same story 50-11 times, and it still gets gooder and gooder.
And he tells the same story. Same story.
So go ahead and share your story.
Go. So, Cinco de Mayo, 2016 is when I opened up Under the Stairs, and things really started off well. I mean, people were coming. You know, first time they come, they had the same reaction. Is this it? But they really started to like it, and people started to come. And but in September, there was a police shooting. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
It was September. Keith Lamont Scott
Yep.
Was killed, and the city exploded. The city erupted. There was riots, and it was right downtown, right in front of the epicenter. So my business was closed for a while, and then when I opened the business back up, nobody was coming out because racial tensions were high in the city, and so things were just kind of going downhill. And then, like about this time of year, maybe a little later, people did start to come back out, but I had an outdoor cigar lounge and it was cold. So, especially at night. So, wasn't doing too well. So, I'm working and I'm spending money. I'm not working and making money. I'm working, I'm spending money. And we got to December the 30th, 2016. I've been hemorrhaging money. And you know how at the end of the year, I say everybody, I know I do, really reflect on the past year and really just kind of think about, your ups, your downs, and start thinking about what you want to do differently in the new year. And so I was going through that and I was thinking, I've got this great corporate career. I'm losing money having this place. It was a good run. I tried, but you know what? I'm going to pack it in. This is December the 30th.
Listen to this story. He had that moment where he had to face himself, and I decided, I'm going to pack it in. Please continue.
Yeah, it was a decision. It wasn't like I might pack it in. It was a decision. Because I had to pay rent in 2 days. Well, 3 days. I had to pay rent. I was like, I need to make this decision before I write this check. So it's 11:30 at night. My phone rings. It's the manager of the Ritz call. And he says, hey, I know you guys close at midnight, but would you be willing to stay open for a VIP? And I was like, oh, of course. And I'm thinking, who in the hell is VIP enough that I'm getting a call from the manager of the Ritz call? And he said, well, I will walk them over myself at midnight. So like, wow, okay. So midnight comes and he walks up. Now at the time it's cold, so I've got like this canopy tent with some vinyl sides on it. You can see through it, but not clearly. So comes up, he's got 6 guys with him, and he points at one of them and says, be good to him. It's his birthday. And I look
Hold on a second. Who do y'all know in sports whose birthday is December the 30th? Go ahead.
It was LeBron James.
LeBron James' birthday is December the 30th. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I look up, it's LeBron James, Tristan Thomas, a couple of coaches, a couple of bodyguards. And I was like, you know what, Lord, I hear you. If there was ever a sign from God, when you're thinking about quitting and giving up, he sends probably at the time the most famous athlete in the world and to smoke a cigar with you for his birthday.
Yes. On his birthday.
And once that happened, I was so encouraged. And it had been a rough year. But man, 2017 just started off gangbusters, and we had an amazing year of growth.
And when did you open up the lounge?
You're stealing my thunder, B. You're stealing my thunder.
He don't know how to hold on.
Well, I'm looking at the time we got on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Holding you.
That's right. That's right.
Presley.
So, yeah, I'll stretch out a story. I come from a long line of Baptist preachers.
Okay.
Gotta keep me on
got
track.
like 7 to 9 more minutes. So I want to get to what I want to get to. That's why I apologize.
So after that, long story short, 2018, I moved into my first brick and mortar, full service bar, everything. December 31st of 2019, I left my corporate career of 25 years. I open my second location in Concord.
Yes.
Right next to Concord Mills Mall. And and then COVID hit. That's a whole nother thing.
That's the time. That's why I want to get to this part. Go ahead.
And then, when COVID hit, we shut down my epicenter location, and I was building my Concord location.
Yeah.
So that was a difficult time, but we were able to open up in July of 2020 on the second location.
And hold on now. In 2020, even he was building it when they shut the country down, okay, because of COVID. And then when they finally let him continue to build and they opened up, they had these crazy rules, restrictions, and all that people that received people had to go through. I mean, you had to use your left foot more often than your right foot. You couldn't have a drink outside this area. You couldn't do this and that. It was just a bunch of crazy restrictions that you had to deal with and still figure out ways to earn money.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a challenge. And it's funny. So we would meet out on the patio at the Concord location. I put tables and chairs out 6 feet apart, of course, whatever. And people would call the police on us and say that we're violating the governor's orders, and the police would come. And sometimes what the devil puts out there as a trap and a weapon, God turns into a blessing. And so what happened was the police would come and they would see we weren't doing anything wrong. They would say, "Hey, I see you just trying to make a living." And what ended up happening, I became friends with the police, because every time they would call them, they would come up and they would say, "Sorry, Preston, we had to come back, man. Somebody call them, but I mean, we know what you're doing. It's okay. Keep going." And so it helped me to build a good relationship with the law enforcement in Concord, because people kept calling the police on me for trying to make a living.
God.
And and I think, Brian, I think you guys know this. So in 2022, so I created and had a cigar distribution company, but I wasn't working it. But in 2022, we went ahead and opened up a warehouse and started supplying cigars to other lounges, and in preparation for the franchising company that I started, that's Tailored Smoke Franchising. And
you talked about it for a long time too, man.
Yeah. I mean, I worked on it a long time, spent a lot of time, a lot of money to get to the point to become a franchisor.
And so many life lessons. Brittany Thomas says, "Life be lifing, but God be Godding." Okay?
Right. I like that.
I like it too. Life be lifing on you.
Brittany, put that on a shirt. Somebody gonna wear that right there.
And Dr. Miller says, I say that about life every day. And then I sit down and start to think, Brian and Lisa, about the cigarette in my pocket. Yeah, who's stronger? These things are not bigger than what I was promised. Just got to keep pushing and keep pressing. So proud of you. Amen. I want to say this to you as well, Preston. At the End the Black Entrepreneur Summit, again, thank you for taking part. Now, Preston took part in short notice, because at first I reached out to him. I couldn't catch it because he was traveling. And then I booked somebody else in his slot. And he says, "No problem. I want to come anyway." He wanted to come and support it anyway, even if he wasn't speaking. And then a week ago, the person that I had in his slot couldn't do it anymore. And I reached out to Preston again, and he said, "Okay." To me, thank you, man.
All right. Thank you for having me, man. I mean, it really blesses me. You guys always bless me. I mean, I remember you guys have shot your show.
Yeah, we did.
Tailored Smoke before.
We've done our shows from his shop before, y'all.
Yeah. and that, to me, that's an honor. That's an honor that you guys think enough of the lounge, think enough of me, because you have a very powerful platform, an important platform, in helping empower our community. And so for me to be in the space is an honor to me. So no need for thanks at all.
It is though.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your
We used to bring stands and lights and
we took over a little tiny corner. We a little tiny corner. We might need to do some segments from Tailored Smoke.
Yes, absolutely.
Just be able to bring some attention to what's going on in our humble city. Because listen, this is proof positive that hard work pays off, that you get to decide what vision God gave you, and you get to decide how long you're going to believe that vision.
Now, I
That's
know
right.
I've taken some of your time, but we got a few minutes left with you, and I want to yield this time to you, Preston. We got some amazing people that have chosen to say something, and there's a bunch more that didn't say nothing, and we know they're there because we see the algorithm after. We know how many people viewed. A lot of people don't say nothing, but the people that choose to say something, they're amazing. They're smart. They're accomplished already. Okay.
Right.
Do you have a word that you want to leave them with? Something that you want to share?
And how do people get in touch with?
And how do you prefer to get in touch with you? Yes.
Okay. Great. So, it's my story and my situation is when I would say, don't give up.
Okay.
Don't give up. I was about to give up when, my business wasn't making any money and I was losing money under the stairs. And God sent LeBron James in and said, don't give up. I made a decision to go fully into business for myself. I left a very comfortable salary and position with a Fortune 500 company. And, 2.5 months later, COVID hit and the world shut down. We had black plastic on the windows for 8 months at Taylor Smoke. And, but we survived. When you go to the epicenter today, there are only about 8 or 9 businesses in the epicenter. Well, the Queen City Quarter, as it's called now. There were 40 plus businesses there when I opened up. I had to fight to get in there. And people say, hey, why don't you just close the epicenter and focus on opening somewhere else? It's dead. But I'm not giving up because one day it's coming back. And it's coming back stronger than ever. And I already see it. When they wouldn't let me open up Concord and I had to find a way anyway to sell cigars and provide that experience. Don't give up. And so I'm not saying that things are perfect now, but, selling cigars out of the basement in the trunk of my car has turned into really a business conglomerate. Now, I've got the umbrella of Taylor Smoke brands, have 3 companies up under that. And it's all doing something that I love. So how to get in touch, TaylorSmoke.com, www.taylorsmoke.com is our website. We have 2 locations, 8633 Concord Mills Boulevard.
And your franchise.
What's that?
And your franchise, because the last time I talked to you there, I met one of your first franchisees.
Yes, I'm getting that. I gotta pull up my lounges first before I talk about that.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Preston. Do your thing.
And my uptown location is 210 East Trade Street, Suite B 132. It's on the first floor, right across from the Red Eye Diner. That's the original. And like Brian said, I am franchising. My first franchise location will open in Hickory, North Carolina. And probably by the end of, not probably, it'll definitely be by the end of the year. We're trying to be ready to have a nice New Year's Eve party at the Hickory location.
Yeah.
And I have about, let me see, right now, including Hickory, I've got 6 franchise locations in process of coming up in different places, including other areas in North Carolina, Virginia, and Alabama. So,
well, we're gonna have to say thank you. We gotta leave it there, Preston. Can you hang out for a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna put him in the green room for a second. Go ahead. I want to say this about him. First off, I love the guy, and thank you, Brittany Thomas, for being so positive about it. I want to say this to Preston while he's in the green room. Brittany Thomas made a post. She said, I'm going to have to meet Preston. His story is amazing. I don't do cigars, but I definitely want to meet you. She wants to meet you, Preston. And she also said, because I gained wisdom from the older people, I'm wise beyond my years. I get that. But I wanted to say, Brittany, you can meet Preston. He's not one of these guys that you can't touch. You can meet him. Preston, I want you to know Brittany Thomas is living her blessed life with cerebral palsy. She's in a motorized chair, but she can meet you. She can get to Concord because she lives in Concord. Matter of fact, she can get there and she can shake your hand, and I want to see it happen because you want to meet him.
Absolutely. And you will be able to meet him at the In the Black Summit. We are looking forward to seeing you in the building. It is currently sold out, but I'm telling you, if you get there, we ain't going to turn you away.
Let's talk about that now. At the In the Black Entrepreneur Summit, we originally started with how many seats?
We started with 25 seats.
25?
Yep, I started with 25 seats.
Okay.
I started with 25 seats because I wasn't sure how we were going to order the auditorium, how we were going to fill it, how we were going to use the tables, how we were going to do anything. That 25 seats sold out in like one day.
Okay.
So then I added 50 seats.
So up to 75.
No, I added 50 seats.
25 plus 50 is 75.
No, I didn't add 50 more seats. I made it into 50
so you added another
seats.
25
seats. I added another 25 seats.
Okay.
That sold out in a couple of hours. Somebody said, we're trying to register, but they sold out. I was like, what? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. So that's when I went into the system and I bumped it up to 100 seats. 100 seats. I figured we're going to be in there. I don't know if it's going to be comfortable, but you know what? It's a building that has held more than that before.
Right, they have.
I just wasn't sure if with the vending, the tables and everything, we would be able to do that. So we got up to the 100 seats by the second afternoon of the edition of the last, what I call the last 100 seats.
But
it sold out.
And then
we added the last 25
more seats. And guess what happened then? It sold out. Now, we're not going to open up no more seats. 125 seats have been sold. They're all registered, okay? Now,
this is going to be the biggest networking opportunity.
Yes.
The biggest motivational opportunity. The biggest opportunity to learn how to build and grow what it is that you are working on.
It's going to be at Bishop Amere J's church. A lot of you guys really enjoyed him last week.
Abundant Faith, he is going to put it down.
And
we're going to have the bishop and the cigars in the building at the same time.
Well, let me say something about that, baby. Okay. So some of his church members are going to be there too.
Mm-hmm.
So we know we have 125 seats sold, but some of his church members are going to be there. So I expect anywhere from, say, 135, 150 people in the room.
If you have a business, you need to be where business is business.
And networking. Now, the networking starts at 9:30. The event starts at 10. I'm going to say to you, get your butt there at 9:15.
And bring your business cards with you.
You want to look business, okay? Because you will be able to conduct business. Preston, I wanted to tell him he can, all the speakers are going to sell their stuff. They're going to sell their books,
sell your
their
books,
programs, all that kind of stuff.
Everything can be sold there. And there is one level of discretion that we are handling with Brother Preston.
Already handled it, okay? So I'm glad Preston mentioned that he was that he knows how to vend mobile, okay? He knows how to vend mobile. He's going to be able to vend as well, but because of some of the people in the church rules, he can't vend cigars from inside. But he will be able to vend them from the parking lot. If you have someone with you, you could do it from outside the building. You can vend, if you want to vend cigars, you can.
Well, you need to bring some because it's still my baby month. It's my husband's birthday.
Because I'm going to get some.
So I still got to bless my baby with some more cigars.
So, yes, I encourage all the speakers to bring their own armor bearer, their own support system.
Absolutely.
Preston has a great support person that I met. Because they can record your stuff if you want to, so you can have it the way you want. But you need help. Because somebody's going to be wanting to buy your stuff and stuff too. So anyway, if you haven't registered yet, oh well.
Understand we are excited. We're excited about this In Black Summit, but I'm actually excited about this season, this time of year. Mm-hmm. Right now, we are literally 1 week away from the most gluttonous day of the year.
Thanksgiving.
Now, the first half of Thanksgiving is about food and family. But
being grateful for what we have.
But honey, by the time that food starts settling down, Thanksgiving shifts into the most buyingest day of the year.
That weekend. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and everything in between.
We want our business owners to be on the right side of that day. Understand, we want our business owners to be on the selling side of that day. That's why we have been pushing you to get your businesses together, to get your links together. We have the programs for you to be able to create your own forever free e-commerce website, because we want you to be in the black.
Yes. Now, we're going to do what we do. If this is your first time here, bear with us, because we like to thank the people that speak up on our show. We call them contributors. We like to thank the people that rock with the show for a while. And the way we thank them was with greeting songs and with greeting logos. Miss Crystal Blake has a greeting song, and it goes like this. Crystal Blake is in the air.
Crystal Blake is everywhere.
Helping families ensure their needs.
Crystal Blake will do with ease.
Do 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 do. That's our lady Crystal Blake.
Absolutely. Hey,
Crystal Blake is Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And she here like she punching the clock. She be here on Tuesday and Thursday like she punching the clock. We are grateful for every one of you. Brittany is here. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas is Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Brittany's got a jam. Katura Green has a jam as well. Katura Green jam goes like this. Back to life. Back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
How do you get a song? You say, I want a song.
I want a song.
All you got to do is contribute to the show regularly.
Hey, Gloria.
Like,
Gloria. We are grateful that you decided to join us this morning.
Barbara Smith.
It's Barbara A. Smith.
Hey, and it's Barbara A. Smith.
Hey.
And when you hit the stage and you're all the rage,
and you got to hear your story told with power. Barbara H. Smith is going to be in the building.
Barbara H. Smith is also going to be speaking.
In the Black Summit, and we are looking forward to it. Dr. Beverly is here.
Dr. Beverly has a logo, and it goes like this. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Sister Jacqueline Rosier has
all the way
a
from
logo
Arizona.
And a song. Her logo goes well, according to Jacqueline. And her song is
Jacqueline Rosier, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Good morning, Miss Jacqueline Rosier. Miss Phyllis has a logo and it goes, Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way.
Hey, Miss
Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that Miss Phyllis is here.
Brother Mark Greer is in the building. You got to read him first.
I'm going to read Mark Greer in Mark Greer's styling.
Yes.
Because he deserves to be read in Mark Greer's styling.
Please do this.
All right, Mark Greer. Oh, man, where I go? Good morning to all of you kings and queens of the world. If you do nothing else today, walk in, bask in, and embrace your royalty. I read that in the stylings of Mr. Mark Greer.
I tagged along with you a little bit in the royalty because I was feeling that in my spirit.
We couldn't have not done the show without doing Mark Greer's style.
Go ahead and sing Mark's song, baby.
Mark Greer has a jam as well. His jam goes like this. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
Woo,
we have been missing some comments.
The aficionado herself, Patrice Wright.
Patrice Wright will be there as well, serving as media. She's going to be interviewing the speakers before and after.
And some of those businesses, we are looking forward to.
And she's going to get some testimonials from her and her husband, Devon. It was Davion. Wait a minute, we're missing some comments.
Amen. Mark says, so we doing a tag team now. I couldn't help it.
It was getting good to her, Mark. Okay. Tree said y'all sounding good.
We appreciate you, Miss Pillow Talk Sugar.
She has a great podcast called Pillow Talk.
Absolutely.
Catrice Wright.
Absolutely. Check her out. Definitely. We are looking forward to having her in the building.
Couture hates that they're going to miss it. They're going to be out of town attending a vow renewal. They're doing a vow renewal out of town. How cool is that?
Amen.
Just as Jacqueline says, sounds like Preston worked smarter in his harder. Smarter in his harder. And she also says wonderful.
It takes both. You got to have a little smart in your heart. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much. She says Catrice is wishing folks happy birthdays. Yes. All right, so we got everything in. We got all the songs in.
Amen.
All right. Thank you too for being here today, and thank you for choosing to say something. I will say this: this show does not work at all.
Not without you.
Without you guys contributing. Lisa's amazing carrying a mic. I'm pretty good at it myself. But this show don't go.
But we get more gooder when you decide to put in your 2 cents, which we appreciate.
Yes.
We want to hear other perspectives. Our perspectives are often very different, but we still love to hear your perspective and to see how this world is treating you, because all of us together make the world go round.
Sister Jacqueline says, so glad that Brian and Lisa are mine too. Yes, we are yours too. And you know, I was thinking about that, Lisa. You and I are a lot alike. Okay, we're a lot alike in our thinking. We're dissimilar in a lot of ways too, but we are a lot alike.
Absolutely.
We see a lot of the things the same way.
We do.
Okay.
But you know what else we have? This is one thing that I wish that we had mentioned on the podcast we were on yesterday. One of the things that we have when we disagree, and this is a relationship tip for you. If you want it, if you don't want it, let it go. There is enough grace deposits to overlook some of those little things.
Yeah. Grace deposits.
Grace
Do
deposits.
Some stuff.
Get some grace deposits in your relationships.
Oh, my. I got to say this before we let everybody out of here. Preston, in his work and his lifestyle, he travels. He gets around. He'll hit Vegas. He'll hit another city. And he visits cigar bars everywhere. One year, and this year he was out of town during my birthday party. I had a birthday party this past weekend because I remember one year he blessed me for my birthday with a stick. And I might have to remind him, look, I just hit double nickels, 55. This is an accomplishment year. 5 is the number of grace, so I'm at the double grace number. Okay, 55. I had my birthday party this past weekend. 55, I might have to hustle him or something.
We're going to make sure that he still continues to be blessed for this holiday and for this
Thank
birthday.
you again.
I'm grateful,
Thank you again.
grateful for just the opportunity to be connected to such royalty in the empowerment.
Royalty, like Mark Greer. And
Absolutely.
Mark Greer, thank you for that contribution because you're wonderfully consistent.
Royalty. I've missed you. I've actually had to go hustle up on your page because you were otherwise occupied during our show, and I just need to go get me some Mark Greer.
Had to take some
Absolutely
time.
Take some time. And I respect that, but I still wanted to be connected because that's what helps this circle.
Mark Greer, you are brother, man. We miss you, man. So that's
we
that.
appreciate it. Mm-hmm. It is now Thoughtful Thursday, Thankful Thursday. Looking forward to.
Can you show the commercial one more time?
Show the commercial?
Yeah.
You want to show the commercial
right
on the
now.
way out?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to show this one commercial.
All right. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Because you're going to get a chance to run your commercial every day, but I want to show this one commercial. One more. It's 1 minute long.
All right. We're going to share it. We're going to share it.
Well, we've sure got big ass problems.
Yup. Can you believe these big ass prices? Doesn't bother me. I got a big ass secret.
What's your big ass secret?
Every time I fill up, I add this little gas pill and I get big ass savings.
You get big ass savings just from using that little pill.
Even with that big ass truck. And when I help other people get big ass savings, I make big ass money. So you get big ass money helping people get big ass savings with that little gas pill. You got a big ass tank?
Honey, do I have a big ass tank?
Oh, yep, you do. You definitely have a big ass tank.
Yeah, I do.
Look, this is what I got paid last week.
Wow, that is big ass money.
We're planning a vacation with our big ass savings and that big ass money.
We could use some big ass savings.
And some big ass money.
All right.
Woo-hoo, get some of your own big ass savings. Just go to theempowermentduo.com. The link is in there to find out more information or just to get your own gas bill, whichever one you want, so that you can be driving with power and put some more money back into your pocket. We are looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Shout It Out Friday. And don't forget to have sex.
Thank you, God bless.